Hello and welcome to this episode of the Work in Progress podcast. I am your host, Colleta Macharia, and I'm a life coach and author of the book, How to Design Your Career Game Plan. What's your salary expectation? You may have been asked that question at some point or other in your career when interviewing for a new job. And I want to share this story of these workers who were hired to work in the vineyard. And the owner of this vineyard went out and brought in people to work for him. And then they agreed on the amount of money that they were going to be paid by the end of the workday. And so this owner of the vineyard went out several times in the course of the day, and each time he would bring in new people to work. And at the end of the workday, it was time to pay them. And so he paid them according to what they had agreed to be paid. But then these people who had started earlier in the day saw that the people who had come in when the work was already going on, and even some had come towards the end of the workday, they were paid the same amount of money. And so some complained. But then the vineyard owner asked them, "Why are you complaining? Did I not pay you what we agreed?" And so I want to use this story to just illustrate that it's important to be prepared for this question when going for an interview. What is your salary expectation? There are many parameters. There are many things that determine how much an organization is willing to pay a new hire. Each organization has its pay scales. Each position has the range of pay that it attracts, and the qualifications, the value that one is bringing to the organization, the experience, and even the level of the position. All these will, determine how much the position is going to attract in terms of pay. And so it's important to do your homework before going for an interview, because that question will come. And so part of this homework is, of course, researching to know what, if you're able to find out the organization's pay scale, if you're able to find out what similar organizations or what similar positions are attracting in the market. But more importantly, it's good to be aware of what your value proposition is and to be able to articulate it so that you don't find yourself agreeing to a certain amount of money without having done any research or without basing it on anything, and then complaining when you realize that, other people are getting more than you for doing the same amount of work or whatever. Because the truth is that the comparison trap is real, and many people fall into that trap. There is a proverb that says, "Don't set sail looking at someone else's star," meaning that don't base your journey or the direction that your journey is going on someone else's direction. Chart your own path, know your own worth, know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and articulate them so that you avoid falling into the comparison trap. Have a fantastic week, keep shining, and see you on the next episode. The Work in Progress podcast is brought to you by Cogent Afrique. Visit www.cogentafrique.com to check out learning and development opportunities for you, your team, organization, and family.